wawili. It's like what happened there. Good morning and welcome to our Power Breakfast interview. This is politics, and we're going to Kajiado Central, where the race for the by-election for the successor to Honorable Joseph Nkaissery has reached what we would call its peak. This morning we have in the studio one of the candidates, the ODM or code candidate, Memusi Kanchory, to talk about the race and what is going on the ground. Karibu, Mheshimiwa.
Mentioned that we wanted the other
Yes,
candidate to be
of
here.
course we had asked Patrick Tutui, the JAP candidate, to make it to the studio this morning. So we would have had a good discussion with both of them, but he could not make it. Obviously, yesterday's campaign where the president was on the ground must have taken a toll on him, but we hope to have him before the elections due on Monday. This morning, however, we have Memusi. Memusi Kanchory.
Yes.
How is the ground? Let's start there. What is your assessment of how things are so far?
Thank you, gentlemen, for hosting me. The campaigns are tough.
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 Yes.
But things are looking good on our side. You can see the whole government is in Kajiado Central. Yesterday, His Excellency the President, his deputy, and his whole Jubilee team were on the ground. That means things are tough for them. I'm giving them a run for their money. But whatever effort they're putting on the ground, the residents of Kajiado Central are not electing a party, they're electing an individual. So I'm very optimistic that I will win this election.
You don't think the whole government machinery, yesterday, you didn't have campaign activities yesterday, did you?
No, I did. I was doing door-to-door in Majengo. If you look at today's paper, I visited women at Marketplace. Yes, I was doing my door-to-door visits. And that was in my schedule. It was not because the president was there.
Yes.
It was in my schedule.
When you said the whole government was there, you're living in the run for the money.
Yes.
But on my part, the former Prime Minister and
Yes.
the former Vice President have come to there. They've been there many times. So
Yes.
who is carrying who?
You know, for our ODM principles, they would definitely, they're not holding any public office. Yeah, so they have the time to campaign. But when we see the president and the deputy president leaving national duties to come and campaign for an individual, definitely things are tough for them.
Because they're saying this is a test of what will happen in 2017.
This is not a test. This is not a run between Uhuru and Raila.
In fact, when they were campaigning yesterday,
that is
they
what
were
they
attacking
said.
Raila.
That is what they said.
Yeah.
But you see, that is not the position. Kajiado Central constituents are looking for a leader. They are not electing Uhuru. They are not electing for Raila. Yeah. So to tell the people that this is a run between Raila and Uhuru is definitely misleading the people. And we saw the president yesterday telling Masais that he's working for them, with them, and he's given jobs. And we are actually asking IBC to take action because that amounts to bribery of voters. Yeah, he made statements that he's given a deputy ambassador to a Maasai, and this was done during campaigns. Why are these jobs coming out during campaigns? And many other anomalies that the JAP side committing. So we're asking IBC to be vigilant. We're asking them to watch out, and we're asking them to be fair.
Yeah.
When you started campaigning, you started with the TNA nomination.
Yes.
Then 2 days later, you jumped ship.
Yes.
You went to ODM.
Yes.
Is that moral?
Yes, it is. You see, at the end of the day, why was I vying? It is to represent the people of Kajiado Central. Parties are vehicles that take you to parliament.
But parties have philosophies.
Their philosophies,
Yeah.
their beliefs, but at the end of the day, what you want to do is be a leader. Okay?
Irrespective of what party?
Or irrespective of what party. But now that I'm in ODM, I associate with the principles and policies and ideologies of the party.
At what time did you learn them? Because you jumped ship.
At the point that I jumped ship, at the point that I jumped ship, let me tell you what moral is. If I had wanted to be compromised, then this would have been the time that these people would have compromised me to give me a job or give me money, and that would have been morally wrong for me as a leader. But I've stood my ground. I've said I don't want a job, I don't want money, I want to represent the people of Kajiado Central. You know what happened in Katundu, yeah?
Yeah.
But
there have been stories actually going around that there is an attempt to buy you out.
There's been...
What is the actual truth here?
There's been such attempts. People have approached me, friends who've been sent by the powers that are, but I've told them no. I've no price. I've no price for compromising what I'm fighting for.
Yeah.
I want to represent the people of Kajiado Central. Yeah. Full stop.
Mutegi asked about your movement from TNA after you lost, the nominations there and went to ODM.
Yes.
Were you initially in ODM or in TNA, really, actually? Where were you? Let's track you back. 2013, where did you start to now?
2013, I was with KNC. I vied on a KNC ticket, and I garnered 7,500 votes against a Jubilee candidate who had 8,400, a difference of 900, and Gaiseri, who took the seat, had about 17,000 votes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't want us to focus more on parties.
Yes, yes. No. We're just stressing Memusi, where has he come from to who he is now.
But when I moved from Jubilee to ODM, the statement that I made is I've come back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is what transpired, perhaps for the benefit of viewers, really at the nominations that made you jump and not say, okay, I've been defeated, I'll wait out till 2017. What is it that was so gross?
What was
that's a good question. What transpired is there were a lot of election anomalies. There was theft. What happened on the day of the election is we realized when we opened all stations that all clerks were aligned to one candidate. We complained about that. We almost stopped the process, but we were told that we need to have our agents on the ground. A few of the clerks were changed. A few areas that we managed to change what they had planned.
Yes.
And those areas went well. But unfortunately, many of these places don't have network, so we're not able to reach most of the stations.
Right.
So the reason why I jumped ship, if Jubilee nominations were free and fair, I would have supported the candidate. And that is the commitment I made to the president, because we met before the nominations and we agreed that if the nominations are free and fair, we'll support whoever wins the ticket. Right. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Yeah. But gentlemen, as I always say, a leader is elected by people, but a leader is chosen by God. Yeah. So whatever transpired in the Jubilee side, I believe it is the will of God.
You want to put it behind you?
I want to put it behind me.
To vote on the basis
and
of
I
you.
want to ask people of Kajiado Central, as I've been asking them, it's not about issues of parties, it's issues of individuals. Look at my track record, look at the track record of Patrick Tutui, and electors basing your decision on ideologies, on track record, and not parties.
Right.
Yeah, I think we should put ourselves above that.
What Kenyan politics is about tribe, about clan. Can you tell us the role of clanism in the central election? What clan do you belong to vis-a-vis the numbers, dynamics, and clan business?
There's been media reports that Kajiado Central politics is about clans, is about tribes, and I want to refute that. Nothing can be further from the truth. People of Kajiado Central cannot be reduced to clans, cannot be reduced to... No, let me tell you. Let me finish. Let me finish this. Let me finish this. First of all, you've got it wrong. Yeah. Matapato is not a clan.
What is it?
Matapato is a subsection of Kajiado Central.
Is a subsection?
Subsection.
As in an area?
It's an area.
Geographical area?
Geographical area.
Yes.
It's not a clan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where you come from?
And that's where I come from.
But also is the most popular in terms of the voting?
Yes, yes. It's the biggest. That's where me and Tutui come from.
All of you come from there?
Yes, all of us come from there. And
but you come from which clan, and which clan does Tutui come from, and the other third candidate as well? Let's just get the basics
We share the same clan with General Ngaiseri. We come from the same clan.
Right.
Me and Ngaiseri.
Yes.
Tutui is from another clan.
Yes.
But I have people, I actually have a first cousin of Tutui supporting me.
Yes.
First cousin.
Yes.
And is from a different clan. So that is why I'm saying the people of Kajiado Central, as has been reported, are not voting according to clan or tribe.
Right.
If you look at General Ngaiseri, he's been enjoying overwhelming support in ODM. Yeah, the Kikuyus, the Merus, all these other tribes that seem to be associated with the Jubilee normally vote for Ngaiseri. Kajiado Central has never voted in a pattern of tribe.
Right.
They've never voted that way.
Okay.
Kajiado Central, the most important thing is a leader who will assure them of a peace. You remember in 2007 when there was a chaos in Kenya because of the disputed elections. Yes. Kajiado Central has got 42 tribes, and they never fought.
Right.
Yeah, they never fought. There was peace.
Okay.
So the most important thing in Kajiado is the leader.
Is the leader, the personality they're looking for, and the track record.
Yes.
Now, let's look at what factors, in your view, are going to determine this election. What will really count? What are you basing on, and what will tilt the election, either in your favor or in the opponent's favor?
This election has already been determined, my friend.
Of course, I expect you to say that.
It's
but
already been
the
determined.
Of the ground dynamics.
The swing vote of
Kajiado
Central by-election will be a subsection called Dalale Kutuk.
Yes.
Dalale Kutuk is the area that the deputy president has again and again visited.
Okay.
And that is where the swing vote is, and that is where I enjoy overwhelming support. So
why is that the swing vote? What makes it so?
It is a block.
What is the composition?
Yes. After Matapato,
yes,
they're the next big subsection.
Right.
They're the next big subsection. They're always the determinant in Kajiado Central, because after Matapato, they're the next ones, and then Eldamat and Pruko. The other swing vote will be towns. How towns will vote will determine who will be the next Kajiado Central MP.
Okay.
Yes.
And for you, you're talking about your stronghold. I had what is that place called?
Bisley.
Bisley.
Bisley
is the populous area. And how are you faring there? What is your assessment of the?
I would say I enjoy overwhelming support in all towns, from Namanga, Mailtisa, Ngatatek, Bisil, and Kajiado.
Right.
Our Jubilee competitors have been getting resistance from these towns. Yeah. So I would not say particularly Bisil or particularly which I'd say across all towns, the 5 major towns, I enjoy overwhelming support, and that is why I'm saying this election has already been determined. I'm very confident. I've been telling Kajiado Central residents that the powers that are fighting is government against God. Government is using power, is using money, but I, as a Memusi, I, as an ODM candidate, I'm putting God to fight for me. That is why I'm saying this thing has already been
predetermined.
Yes.
There's been reports in the media, analysts, arguing that, in fact, it was, I think, the weekend papers, that there is no way in Kaiseri, even though he's standing there to support Tutui.
Yes.
It is not possible. He has dismatched him so much that he might appear there physically, but spiritually it's not possible. Is that argument valid?
Because he was an opponent of his at the last election.
Yes. I would not want to talk much about Ngaiseri for many reasons. Why? One, Ngaiseri is now a public servant, and he's holding a public office. He should not be campaigning. and he should not
but
be.
He is campaigning.
He is campaigning, which is wrong, but I don't want to comment much on that. And the fact that he is campaigning for someone that he's been telling Kajiado Central residents that he cannot be a leader, and now he stand and said this person can lead you, I leave that to be judged by the people of Kajiado Central. Yeah, but I don't want to comment much on that.
What do you make of the fact that, okay, you come from the same clan as Nkaiseri,
Yes.
but now he's on the other side? Even though he is no longer a politician, I mean, he has had the leadership of that constituency for a while.
Yeah.
What do you estimate to be his influence post his appointment now?
Zero.
Really?
So he had
Yes.
17,000
He had
people.
17,000.
Yes, yes.
If
yeah.
he carries those 17 with him to Tutui,
He-
wouldn't that
he-
will not dent
He
him.
will
the
not.
vote?
People are not put in a bag and carried. People have got minds and they have to be convinced.
Yeah.
When people are voting to Ngaiseri and Tutui and myself, they chose Ngaiseri for certain reasons.
Yes.
And now they are not choosing between Ngaiseri and Memusi and Tutui. No,
Yes.
they are choosing between
Tutui
Memusi and Tutui. Simple.
yes.
So Ngaiseri's influence in Kajiado Central is zero.
Yeah. Let's sometimes at these political times we try to say, look, let's look up beyond the personalities, beyond the political parties, which you just said.
Yes.
It's no longer about political parties, it's about you, the
Yes.
person. We look at your agenda and what really do you think makes you electable, or what would you be telling the people of Kajiado Central to do to vote for you because?
Right. Why would they want to vote for you?
Yeah.
And what are the issues in this constituency that should count, that people should use to determine who to vote for?
Yeah. Kajiado Central constituents have got quite a number of challenges. Challenges that are not unique only to Kajiado Central residents, but are cut across board in Kenya. We've just seen in Embu residents complaining about power, and power is generated in Embu. That is not unique in Embu, it is not unique in Kajiado, it is across board in Kenya. But before I go to challenges that people face, my track record, I have my own foundation that sponsors orphan children to help them pay school fees. It's called Memusi Hope Foundation. I've sponsored more than 300 children. And this is not sponsored by any other person. It is from my own initiative, from my own businesses. I run a construction company, which a social responsibility. As an individual, I decided to sponsor children. I've helped build schools. I've done quite a lot in Kajiado Central. So for people of Kajiado Central, I request them to vote for me because of my track record. I'm also talking about bringing in new ideas that will help employ young people, empower women. The issue that we are facing in Kajiado Central, as other parts of the country are facing, is the issue of unemployment. Yeah, unemployment among our youth. Women need to be empowered. I was at Kajiado Market yesterday, and people are trying to make a living, but people are struggling. There is a Uwezo Fund, there is all these other initiatives that the government has made, but unfortunately, our people are not getting what is entitled to them. So I plan to work with people of Kajiado Central in terms of empowering them to, in helping them start income generating projects.
Right.
We'll look for ways to employ our youth. There are a lot of resources in Kajiado. For example, hides and skins are just sold to other places raw. That can be processed. Yeah, that can be processed. We can have young people employed there. We have milk that is taken out of Kajiado to other place to be processed. Value addition of the resources that we have will help empower and employ young people.
Right.
Yeah, so that those are the things that I'm asking the people of Kajiado Central to vote for me,
Yeah.
to help me come and help them do those things for them.
To do, yeah.
Yeah.
There has been a quite considerable acquisition of property by non-Masais,
Yes.
and particularly the Somalis, along Kajiado town up to the way to Namanga. What impact is that to you?
The issue of property acquisition is again an issue of poverty. You find that people sell their property to be able to pay school fees for their children, their families. And yes, there's a lot of immigrants who've come to Kajiado, acquired property, and we just want to manage this situation without inciting anybody, but also telling the locals that this is a problem that can bring issues later. Yeah, because if you sell all your land, where are your children coming to settle later? So that, as leaders,
the governor was trying to make attempts to stop that.
Yeah, the governor is working with that, but
people are opposing to it because they're saying we have to sell our land. It's our land, not the governor's land.
Yeah, people need to be sensitized. People need to be talked to. They need to understand the repercussions. This is it's going to be a generational problem. You might sell your land as Mzee, but where are your children going to go tomorrow? Yeah, they're going to clash with the people that you've sold the land to. So these are things that have to be managed. Leaders have to come up.
It's about civic education.
Yeah, it's about civic education.
The property is yours, but
yes,
how do you dispose of it?
Yeah,
and is it for the worth?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But there was one time that there was a bit of disquiet about people who are buying properties in Kajiado, and there seemed to be a ground movement against that process. That even though it's owner willing buyer, there was a certain movement to try and keep people who are not natives of the county from acquiring property there. Is that still an issue?
I would say it's not.
In fact, it had gone on to the district lands board, or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
where people were being told, we want back our property. We gave you a few years ago. Maybe you sold 400,000 shillings for an acre. Yeah. Now it is maybe 1.5 million.
There probably are individual cases, but it's not a community. It's not like a community sat down and talked about reversing some of the transactions that passed. It must be individuals who sit and feel shortchanged and go back and say, we did this and we are regretting on. They bring disputes. That's in any business that that can be expected. Yeah. So I would not say it was an acquired movement that was agreed on by the whole community. Yes, yes. It's individual cases.
It had the backing of the governor a bit.
I don't know that.
I remember he had some perspectives on that. But looking, going forward, in terms of the constituency makeup, composition, Kajiado Central is pretty cosmopolitan, right?
It is.
With a lot of, other communities. Of course, Kajiado has become a cosmopolitan county,
yes,
even though it was native Maasai.
Yes.
Do you expect that the people in that area, are they in Jubilee, or are they in CORD, or with the Memusi, or with the Tutui? Who is tapping the, let's call the diaspora vote? Forget again, the native Maasai vote. Yes. Now the settler vote.
Again, I'd started by telling you that the people of Kajiado Central vote uniquely.
Yes.
Yeah, they vote uniquely because after March 16th, on 17th March, they will still live the way they've been living as a community.
Right.
So what you're calling the diaspora vote are quite behind what the Maasais or what the locals or what the natives of the area decide. So they will not go against the will of the community. They look at where the Maasais are going and they vote according to where the Maasais are voting. So and I don't want this issue to be about tribe in Kajiado Central. It is not. It has never been. It will not be.
Right.
Yes.
What is your view about, remember at one time I talked to Kaiseri and this challenge that particularly when I came to be MP was the girl child. Many schools, girls, they go to standard 4, standard 5, they are circumcised or FGM'd and then married by chiefs, by leaders. And that was a challenge because you build a school that they are not students.
Yeah.
How do you see that as a leader of the area?
That continues to be a challenge, and now the biggest challenge is still on FGM, not early marriages. I think that has been talked about. The community has been sensitized on that. It's not being done it's not being done as it was done before. But the challenge we are facing with the girl child is a big percentage of them are dropping out because of early pregnancies. Yeah, so what now as leaders we are concerned about is early pregnancies in the girl child. Yeah, it's not that they are being given away now. It is that they are dropping out of school.
But they these days you can always go back to school after.
They are going back. That's what we are sensitizing them. But how many of them will go back? Yeah, we'll have maybe 40% being taken back to the system. 60% is going. So what we as leaders we propose to do, or we are doing, is that the girl child should have role models. Maasai girls who are doctors, Maasai girls who are pilots, to go and talk to the Maasai girl child in school and tell them that there's a future. Yeah, you see, when you're just in a local village, you're not seeing where the future is. So you can be desperate, you might not see where you're going, but we'll continue taking women, girls who've succeeded in the Maasai community, irrespective of where they come from, and talk to these girls when they are in school to give them hope and give them a future.
What about Moranism?
That is over. Moranism is
so
over.
So people, they're still Morans, Maasai Morans. They go to school.
Yes, they go to school, but the issue of Moranism, it was you're circumcised into a certain age set, and there are certain rituals that you go through, and you go to the wild, and there's hunting of animals, killing of lions, all you know. Yeah, but now those things are not there. Yeah, they're not there. You're circumcised and you go back to school. There's the age that you have is your colleagues in school. Yeah, so Moranism is not there anymore. Yeah.
Well, if you're watching this show, we are hosting the Kajiado Central candidate on code ticket, Memusi Kanchory. We had asked the JAP candidate, Patrick Tutui, to make it, but he didn't make it here this morning. We're looking at that by-election coming up next Monday, and the chances that the code candidate has. And your feedback here seems to, you get quite a bit of support, Kanchory.
Yes, I do, across board, across Kenya.
I'm seeing support, we're just reading some of your text messages. Thumbs up, bravo, Memusi, you're just chosen star by God. I think you'll also join, somebody says you'll also join JAP on Monday. After the by-election. Then somebody says, don't fear anything, we are behind you on Monday, government will not elect. Remember, when God says yes, nobody can say no. I remember a song like that. I'm a JAP supporter, but somebody's talking about God. Kajiado, people are saying he must win. Memusi, don't be, Memusi, go, all these seem to be positive messages for you. You're a real MP, helicopters don't vote, no one imposes leaders, so forth. Keep up, Memusi. I doubt whether JAP values quality if they really let you go, and so on. Quite a bit of, the only question that somebody raises here is that you had another polytechnic here, which you started, but you did not complete. I don't know whether you remember it to yourself. Is there a polytechnic that you remember you started but then you didn't complete, and people are asking what happened to it?
That is a county government contract.
Yes.
So I would not want to...
you had taken out a contract from the county government?
Yes.
To build a polytechnic?
Yes, that's done by my company.
Yes. It's called Meto Youth Polytechnic.
Yes.
I get it here.
Yes, I know it.
Yeah, that you didn't finish. What's up with that?
It's a government contract, and there's a delay in payments, and I would not want to comment much on it.
All right, so it's a business deal that is still ongoing.
It's a business deal.
You want to tender to construct that polytechnic, but it hasn't gone on.
Yeah.
Okay, this election, of course, and like any other election, is expensive. How much and where are you getting the bucks? Is Baba pulling out some bucks for you to roll the campaign?
I'm getting overwhelming support from CORD, friends, and biggest backing, biggest support I'm getting is from God and the prayers that people are praying for me. My elections campaigns are not about money. I don't give money to bribe people. I'm just facilitated. I get fuel for my cars from friends, from the party. I get merchandise. But unlike our Jubilee counterparts, we do not have money to give people. But yes, I get very good support from the party, from friends, to move around.
Right.
Yes.
The party has been with you. Coalition has been with you quite.
Oh yes, I get overwhelming support from them. I really appreciate the sacrifice that the principals have made to be on the ground. They've given me their time. And that is really what campaigns is about. It's not about giving money to people.
Right.
Yeah.
We expect peaceful elections come Monday. We're about to end the show. But just looking forward, what you're optimistic that IBC so far has conducted itself well, and you have no issues with the way they're managing it, and hopefully the way they'll manage it on Monday.
Yeah. I would like to thank you for hosting me in this show. I'd like to thank the people of Kajiado Central for the overwhelming support that I've been enjoying, and generally Kenyans for the prayers that they've been praying for me. And we are very optimistic that things will go well. We have confidence with IBC. There are few concerns that we've raised with them, and we are confident that they'll conduct a free and fair nomination. I'm requesting the people of Kajiado Central to come out on Monday. I know it's a working day. I'm requesting them to come in their numbers and vote for me. Elect a leader who will bring development to them. Elect a leader who
Isn't that leader who will give development to them the leader who is in the side of government?
You see, in today's paper, yesterday the president said, if you elect Tutui, development will come to you as the people of Kajiado Central. And I would like to say that is misleading the people of Kajiado Central. Money has been devolved. County government of Kajiado has got its own resources. Whether I'm in opposition, whether the governor is in opposition, there is money allocated for Kajiado County. There is money allocated for an MP for CDF. And that is all you need. Kajiado West is a Jubilee zone. Sakuda is in Jubilee. What difference does Kajiado West have with Kajiado Central? Nothing. Kajiado South, Metito is MP. What difference do they have? They have the same challenges that Masa is in Kajiado Central have. There are no boreholes, there are no roads, they're the same things. So the same money that Sakuda gets from CDF, same money that Metito gets from CDF is the same money that I will get as a Kajiado Central MP. So to tell the people that Memusi will be in opposition, you will not get any development, nothing can be further from the truth.
All right, we have to end it there.
Yes.
Thank you, Memusi Kanchory, the CORD candidate for CORD in the by-election in Kajiado Central coming up. Well, the people of Kajiado Central have the chance to make their choice. We just had a up close with him to understand what his staff is made of, and wish him the best in that election.
Thank you.
If we get Patrick Tutui and the other independent candidate as well, we'll be glad to host them before the election. But otherwise, enjoy the power breakfast, and over to Parasin for more jazz.